Work.
Work.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Jeezy dropped the #1 album. All right, so
how long?
Listen, I mean, look. So let me just say this. Okay, so last year, Jeezy came down. He came down to Baltimore. He came down to to Rams Head Live, and he put on. All I'm gonna say is the show was sold out. It was packed from head to toe. Everybody was lighting blunts. I'm talking about getting their life. I'm upstairs looking at the VIP, looking at everybody downstairs. And when I tell you, people are singing word for word. So Jeezy ain't gotta let them know nothing, okay? Jeezy is already
can just stand there and say nothing.
Yes. But speaking of letting them know, I just want to let everybody know that you're tuned in right now to Queen Bee Radio. It's your girl, Queen Bee, the DMV, with my DJ host, DJ Konsistance.
Whoop.
And somebody special just came through the building. So I really, really wanted to just, like I said earlier, I wanted to give a big, big shout out to Young King and Mr. Godiva GQ for being my co-host for season 1. And Mr. Godiva, thank you for joining us.
Of course, anytime.
Oh, see, you brought that sexual
Of
shot.
course,
Welcome
you know, I had to bring it back out.
Welcome back.
Yes. But, I really wanted you to, let DJ Konsistance, let him know, what was season 1 of the Queen Bee Radio like for Mr. Godiva GQ?
I mean, it was my first time, so, everything was a learning experience. But, it was good topics, great time, great energy, you know what I mean? So, it's always going to be great energy on Queen Bee Radio. So,
definitely.
you good.
I can
the
feel it
energy's
now.
always going to be crazy.
I was going to say, I definitely want to thank you. One of the things that really kind of transitioned for me, because we've been working a lot, in the off season. One of the things that really transitioned for me was working with Def Jam Influences. I was working with Ant Williams. He's a Def Jam coordinator, and he also has his own company called Route Runner,
Gotcha.
Which anybody can obviously understand.
Right,
he be running routes and not the illegal kind. That's funny. But there's just been so much that has gone on. Like you mentioned, topics. We're definitely the Queen Bee Radio Show. Is definitely going to be one of those shows where you're going to understand that this is not your typical young adult radio show. We're going to not only educate, we're going to inform, but we're also going to put on. We're going to put on for the DMV kings and queens. That's all throughout the city, all throughout the area. So make sure that if you are an artist and you're tuned in and you're listening, then make sure that you reach out to us via email so we can get your tracks played on air, and also that way we can get you the interview and also make sure your brand is promoted in the way that it needs to be. Season 1 of Queen Bee Radio was intense as hell. I'm gonna say, keeping it real. You know what I mean? Shout out to the old folks at WPB Radio. I'm sure you tuned in too. It was really a big learning lesson, like he said. That was my first show hosting. I came from a co-host and went into this transition. So right now life is definitely, where I want it to go. Okay. That's exactly how I feel. So Queen Bee Radio should be a lot more. Rihanna. Queen Bee Radio should definitely be a lot more of music. You're definitely going to see a big, heavy push within the community. We always got the Royal Remix, so please stay tuned in because that's going to be coming up after the 9 o'clock hour, right after Jay Oliver's interview. And we actually have Young King. He said he's outside. He's actually waiting for Rose. But I'm sure when he comes in, we're going to go right into that artist spotlight. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to get into the Table Talk Art of the Conversation hour with DJ Konsistance and, of course, with also our special guest co-host, Mr. Godiva GQ. My head is like, was this election year? Like,
man,
it's the first thing I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to lie, because I was blowing up my social media. I was like, why did I not start last week? Why?
You know what? I had a feeling that blank. I had a feeling that blank. Because I'm just being real. You got to fill in that blank. Because at first I was going all Bernie Sanders.
So you didn't write in Hennessy, did you?
No, I don't Santa Claus.
You wrote Santa Claus. Word. He's a real G.
Yeah, man, he sticks to the people. He goes out for it. He gives back.
Right, he the man of the people.
Exactly, man.
He never let you
go
wrong.
Right or wrong.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask, were you surprised at the election results?
Actually, I was not surprised. Only
Mr. Godiva?
I was a little surprised because I thought her popularity, I knew she had the popular vote before it finally came in. Right. But I did wake up shocked And it was the first time in a long time I had like an uneasy feeling because it just felt like it was just a dark day for the country for some reason. When either way, like either one of them, it still would have been a tough time for most of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Regardless, it was like a lesser of two evils. So
yeah, see, that's so crazy. I mean? That's crazy to me. Like, so let me tell y'all, right? So I had made a post early in the day. This is election day, and I was like, y'all, Trump is winning in the polls. Do you know I got so much backlash because, like you said, the popular vote. You know, a lot of people felt like Hillary had it in the bag. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and I kept telling people, I'm like, you know, don't get me wrong, I don't want any of my, you know, black community to think that I'm coming down on them. But like I was just making a general statement. And the general statement is we did not, as a black community and as a minority community, you know, come to find out post the election results, we did not come out in the same numbers as we did for Barack Obama. That is all that I was saying. I was not downplaying the people that still voted. I was not downplaying, you know, especially black girls vote. Shout out to my girl Nike. You know, we were out there last year during the Martin Luther King parade. You know what I mean? Freezing cold. It was probably about 9 degrees that day. You know, promoting and trying to, you know, entice people and educate people to be more interested in politics. The local elections especially. I was really upset because I felt like a lot of people was just kind of like, Hillary's got it. I'm just gonna go to work and make some extra money, not leave.
Yeah, but you also gotta look at it too. Like the way the world is like people love what they hate. Cause you know a lot of people was bashing Trump, hands down, like from all the celebrities. So basically, so it's like it's kind of sad. It's sad, and I kind of feel sorry. But I mean, it's the world we live in currently. I mean, some people grow up. I mean, we're still young in a way, but we just find out in four more years.
That's true. That's true. But the biggest thing I took away from the elections that everybody needs to focus on in 4 years is we need to focus on voting in general. Voting city councilmen, voting the right people in your cities and counties it affects you directly.
Right.
You know what I mean? The president, it affects you. But a lot of us breeze past when your mayor's up. You don't vote for your mayor. You don't vote for your city councilman. You don't vote for the governor. You know what I mean? You just focused on the president when in all actuality, it's these lawmakers in your state that's causing you to have a lot of the hardships. It's not necessarily Washington all the way. You got to focus on voting in general.
You know what? I think it's funny that you brought that up because especially within the DMV, I think there's a big disconnect between politics in DC and Baltimore. Like, you know, especially because we just had, you know, such controversy with the Baltimore mayor, you know, which Catherine Pugh did come out to be the victor.
Right.
You know, so sorry, Sheila. Let's just say I wrote you in. I mean, and look, I'm like, I don't care if she took some gift card money. She probably, it's all the hard work that goes in behind the scenes. And not to say that stealing is wrong, you know, stealing is right, but all I'm saying is, you know, you like, we accept the good with the bad with everybody. Right. And all I'm saying is if the woman was producing and creating jobs in Baltimore City, that was a time when Baltimore was popping. Was when she was mayor, and that's all I'm gonna say. Baltimore was popping. So Catherine Pugh, what you gonna do? That's all I want to know. But one statistic I want to leave everybody with, because this is something I thought that was so important with the election, was the difference between percentages. So about 86% of minorities or blacks did come out for Clinton versus 93% for Barack Obama. And a lot of people are like, but if you really think about it, the ignorance that we have to thinking that Barack Obama won the election by a large margin is actually the biggest facade. And that's the reason why I think Mr. Godiva GQ woke up a little bit shocked. Ladies and gentlemen.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. But all in all, you know, one thing I really wanted to bring up, just switching topics real quick, is this Saturday, I don't know if everybody knows, but Martin Lawrence is going to be in the building, Baltimore Royal Farms Arena.
Okay.
Yes. So as long as everything pans out, I will be in the building. One thing that, you know, really hit a lot of people hard, you know, was that they're never going to find out what Tommy's real job is. And, you know, I'm really
that secret to the grave.
Yes, you know what I mean?
He
literally took that all the way down. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. You know, Marty Martin. I know that's your boy. But, you know, shout out to, you know, Martin Lawrence and R.I.P. Tommy Ford. You know, Martin Lawrence, like, I grew up.
Yeah.
With that show.
We all did.
That show was influential and everything. Like, that's why you can watch it now and it feel fresh. Like you didn't just watch it when you was a kid.
Yes.
The whole season.
But you know, I just think that I just want to give a big shout out to Martin, because kudos to him, because he did not cancel, you know, his tour date, and especially because within Baltimore City, it's a lot of people that kind of need a little bit of laughter. Let's just say that.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like if you walk down the streets of Baltimore Street, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right.
Shout out to Hip Hop Chicken on Baltimore Street. But look, we got so much in store. We have one of our artists that's in the building actually. So Tony Black, you definitely need to come on up here. I know you already tuned in the car. Get on up here so that way we can go ahead and get you locked in so we can tell the world what's going on with you. This summer, me and Tony Black, let me just put out there, we actually went up to Def Jam headquarters, had a meeting with one of the marketing promoters, and Mr. Rossi. And when I tell you, let me just give some of the artists out here just a couple of little things that I learned. I'm going to say this, that I learned. Not that I knew off the break, but I learned. Right. When it comes to promoting yourself and when it comes to branding yourself, you really have to not have it all together, but you really have to have a keen sight of direction. And as long as you're headed in the right direction, there is nothing that is going to hold you back.
I agree.
And that's how I feel. Because, I was placed in this position, to be a co-host, 2 years ago. And now, I'm launching my second season, which I am beyond, personally ecstatic about, just because, the Lord knows.
The Lord knows. Amen.
That it was not an easy ride getting here. So, with that being said, I'm definitely going to go ahead and cue right on over just a little bit. I'm going to switch it up with a little feature real quick. Because basketball season is definitely in play.
Yeah.
Before we do air, did anybody see that Kevin Durant video?
Of course.
The shade in the nighttime, I tell you.
Listen, I was like...
I'm mad Drake bumped him. That's what got me. I said, why do you think you so tough?
Yeah. So when I seen the video, I was like, I really thought KD was about to cut off camera.
You thought it was over. Like, you know what, Susie, I'm not doing this interview no more.
That PG came out real quick.
Said, whoa.
That C Pleasant, boy, I tell you.
Drake, you gotta stop. Your name is Aubrey, remember?
I was like, Drake Night though?
I don't know why he's got a night.
So he gets a whole night? Okay.
Right.
Next
thing you know, it's gonna be a holiday. I don't know.
All I gotta say is shout out again. This is Scorpio season edition. Shout out to Drizzy. My nigga. Just make sure you watch those elbows next time. Look, we're gonna cut real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Queen Bee Radio. It's your host, Queen Bee of the DMV, with my DJ host,
DJ Konsistance.
And then shout out to
your boy, Mr. Godiva with the deep voice.
Yeah. I gotta look at me like that.
Because you looked at me, I got big eye contact.
You got that less voice.
Gotta make eye contact all the time.
You know what? We're gonna talk about a little bit of eye contact a little bit later. But look, we'll get right back.